Lock and load, my battle lambs. It's time for NT Sheep's Digital Wonderlands. Okay, my little lambs, this is going to be it. In this video, we are going to go and face the Rust King and finish off this whole little story with him. At least we hope. We've got all the pieces in position. We've got our key to get in. So, as soon as we get past the loading screen and get into the game, we're going to be fast traveling down to the Rust Kingdom, and we're going to see where this story goes and what its end is going to be. Okay, so the only thing we got to do here is make it to the point on the map where we can sneak in. It should be fairly simple for us. We're just going to run along the outside edge of the Rust Kingdom here and wait for our marker to pop up on our compass. It's due south of us, so... Okay, let's go ahead and zip in through this way. Take out a couple of guards on the way, and we should be able to hop over here. And okay, we're getting closer. We got a door. Okay, I think I see the marker starting to pop up. Let's see if we can get around this way. Nope, this looks like it's going to be a dead end. Can we jump out of here? No. Okay, run back this way, and let's hop over this. Okay. Alright, now we've got it to where the distance is counting down, so this is definitely the way we need to go. So let's hurry up and get over here. Hop over this, and we can just ignore everybody that's trying to shoot and kill us. Okay, so here's the pipe to get in through, so let's heal up and redo our Berry Mentats. And we're going to get in here and go through this and see what we can find. Okay, so looks like we got a couple of death claws here. That's probably the door we've got to go through, which means we need to try and see if we can sneak around these death claws, or we can probably just sit there and kill them, which would be just as easy, but they're sleeping, so let's go ahead and see how well we can sneak. And it looks like we did a good job. Got past those death claws. And now here we are up to this door, so unlock it with the pipe key, and it looks like we are back inside the Rust King's arena. Okay, time to go finish this.
Nice of you to finally show up. I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. Seems our friends couldn't quite cut it in here.
You mourn vermin. These are his conquests.
I wanted to show the king that all you need to do is kick over a few rocks to make the worms crawl out. Maybe you haven't figured it out yet, but I used you. You were my prey and my bait. I simply sowed the seeds, planted ideas of revolution to coax insects out of the woodwork. You rounded up the roaches and sentenced them to death. Now the king knows how good I can be by his side. Don't you understand anything? I had to prove I was worth something first, just like you. You weren't in this little test alone. The Rust King pitted us against each other. He wanted to see who had the appetite to help rule his wasteland. After the king laid down the gauntlet, I put together a plan to root out potential problems, while making you do all the legwork. All for your good friend Eugene. Ha! Couldn't go around by my old raider named Spike, could I? Those do-gooder idiots would have sniffed me out and ruined everything. I think all this hard work has earned me a place at the top. Don't you, my king?
You don't speak for me. You forget that I have eyes and ears everywhere. I have seen your stolen glory. Warrior, I know you were the one to lure those out of their dens. I'm less pleased to see you waste your efforts helping the weak. Your road is still paved in blood, even if your intentions were pure. I know who you really are.
See, King, this fool has a soft, weak heart. I was made for this role. There's no competition.
Enough. My arena awaits you both. Warrior, you will show me that you are not weak prey. This is your final chance to impress me. Don't waste it.
Well, for those of you who had a gut feeling about Eugene the entire time, and you figured there was going to be a betrayal, pat yourselves on the back. He definitely did a good job of hiding in the shadows and pulling the strings of the puppets, including us. But for some reason, the Rust King still seems interested in us, and is throwing us back into the arena to fight off whatever minions gets thrown at us. And so, here we are, battling again. Okay, battle's over, and I ended up overweighting myself by looting the bodies, so I had to go through and do a quick inventory clean out. So I've just edited that out because that's probably about a minute and a half of footage that you don't want to see.
It's decided. For what's to come, I need a conqueror. You, Eugene. Boast too much for someone who didn't do the work. But you, champion. Your resolve is firm. Now, we must deal with this mutt.
The Rust King has made his choice. He wants us, and it's up to us now to decide what Eugene's fate will be. I kind of wish they would give us just a few different choices here. I mean, pretty much everything here makes it seem like we're just siding with the Rust King. There ought to be a way for us to sit there and, if we want to stand firm that we want no part of this.
Ha! Cockroach? I won the challenge. The king would be dead without me. I set those revolutionaries in motion, but they could have caused his downfall. While you were making friends with those bastards, I saved him. He owes me everything. You're in over your head, kid.
Scream.
I owe nothing to no one. I hate liars. I despise weaklings. Stolen glory is an early grave in my kingdom. You'll want to talk. Look at how many have fallen on your path to victory. What made you follow that weakling's plan? Was it monetary gain? Or was it your bloodlust? And do you still feel that way? I've treated you fairly. But you were willing to betray me. I don't care what you want. Only I decide what we are. Now that Eugene is dealt with, I'll answer your questions. Then, you will leave. Yes, but this will not be our last encounter. Watch your tongue. Don't compare me to such an insect. Soon we'll meet again, and you'll decide where you stand. If you defy me then, I'll be the last enemy you ever make. The choice of life or death is yours, champion.
And that brings us to the end of the Rust King storyline and the new PTS update that's going to be coming out in December. It's definitely fairly interesting, and I did enjoy doing it. And the Rust King is definitely an interesting character. He did say a few things that technically he is correct on. He was fair to us. He kept giving us chances because he, for some reason, sees something in us that he likes. Like a lot of super mutants, he is extremely obsessed with strength. And it seems like he doesn't really care how or why you use your strength to do what you do, only that you have it. You know, he didn't care that he threw all those minions at us and we killed them and we survived. To him, that's strength. He doesn't really seem too upset that we were willing to betray him. We were willing to use our strength to accomplish our goal. The Rust King seems to be taking the super mutant obsession with strength to new levels we've never seen in a Fallout game. And so I definitely think they've got more planned for him. There could be some interesting future storyline updates with him, especially since, he says here at the end, he's willing to sit there and, call upon us, basically. We're getting knocked out in the head and everything and tossed outside, but, he's letting us go to do whatever we want in the wasteland. He's happy that we've proved we're strong. Now he's just going to sit back and watch how we use our strength. And that's going to be it into this video, so thank you so much for watching, my little lambs, and I hope to see you again next time in the Digital Wonderlands.